Hello, guys, and welcome to Catch Up or Catch Up, where on Sundays I go ahead and just speak what's on my mind, and occasionally I'll have my friends come and catch up with me. And when I don't have them to catch up with me, it's just basically a catch up with myself. Kind of sucks. So right now I am currently on my TikTok, on TikTok Live, because if you guys didn't know and you guys didn't catch up with me last week, I got signed to Take 3 Talent Agency. Yeah, let's insert some clapping sounds or something there because truly it's really an incredible opportunity that I'm extremely excited for. And you would think, wow, did you get signed for your acting, Haley? No, I didn't. Who would have guessed? I actually got signed as a influencer. You heard that right, an influencer. I got signed as an influencer. That's okay. I don't think I'm very influential. That's the hard part here. I literally have nothing influential in my room. Not a single thing. But something I did do today was explore my computer. So we're gonna go ahead and read what I found. And I read it earlier. I played it in the beginning of this podcast, but for shits and giggles, for this TikTok live, we're gonna read it again. So if you don't want to hear it be read for the second time, go ahead and skip it. And if you do want to hear it, thank you. I appreciate that. So for my senior column, if you knew me in high school, I was the editor of one of the divisions in my newspaper. It was really cool. It was really nice. And we had to do a senior column. Now, I've always been a very emotional being. I've always been a writer. And I think that's just something I've always been in touch with and that I'll continue to be in touch with. And I'm not saying that anything I'm writing is even readable. Published a book for myself. I didn't publish it for people to buy it. I said this is a goal for me. That's really cool. Currently have the book to my left, Antigone by Sophocles. So that's cool. But that's besides the point. So basically, we had to write something that was like, I'm so excited to be leaving school and I'm so excited to be a senior. It's 2013. We were just excited the world didn't end in 2012 like it was predicted. I was scared out of my mind because I didn't want to go to college and I didn't want to do what people should want to do when they graduate high school. I didn't care. I just was scared because I'd never been accepted truly before high school and before my friends that I had met. And I was so scared that all the progress I had made as a person was going to be taken away from me. So all those emotions intact, I wrote a poem for my senior column, or a speech, I don't know, whatever we can call it. So it says, when you are growing up, no one prepares you for the harsh reality that is high school. The work is harder, the people are completely different, and you start feeling stressed out 50% of the time. Honestly, you stop being you. One of my inspirations, James Dean, once said, dream as if you'll live forever and live as if you'll die today. If I have learned anything in high school, it is to take chances and to live your life. I'm pretty terrified to go into the real world. I'm afraid to leave my friends behind in high school. I feel like I'm leaving my friends behind. My senior year was pretty crazy, and most of the time I felt like I was going to rip my hair out and scream. I just know that when I leave, hopefully I've left my mark on the theater program. Josie, Andrea, Megan, Tiffany, Tall Alex, Little Alex, Sean, Gary, and etc. Just know I love you all. To the newspaper staff, you guys are so awesome. To the seniors, like Dr. Seuss once said, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Lastly, I would like to say, we built this city on rock and roll. And that was it, guys. That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote for my senior column. Now, I was gonna put we built this schmitty on Tootsie Rolls, but not many people watched New Girl back then. It's unfortunate, but I wish they did. And I don't know, something about this is beautiful. Hi, Sam. um, Something about this is just so beautiful, and just, God, it's just so me. It's just so me. I mean, I want to sit down with this girl who was really just about to jump into this new world and explore who she was as a person. I mean, I hadn't even had my first kiss yet, and I was leaving high school. I was just so scared. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was going to go to my community college, and I had friends getting accepted to UCLA and USC, and I was just sitting here like, I want to act. That's what I want to do. I want to act, and I want to model. And I modeled. And if you know me, that turned into a dumpster fire. We're not going to talk about it. It was trash. Utter disaster. It was horrible. It was horrendous. We don't talk about that time. But God, I look at this as my goodbye to my 8th grade self. I wrote this for my 8th grade self, and now I'm reading this as my 27-year-old self. Almost 10 years out of high school. And I just want to go and give this little girl a hug. I want to give myself a hug and be like, baby, you were so much more than you thought you were. Because I wasn't scared to leave my friends behind in high school because they weren't going to do good without me. I was scared because I thought they were going to do better without me. And if you read between the lines, you just know. You just know. And that feeling, that overwhelming sense of insecurity, and you don't have anyone to tell you that you're enough. This is what the product is. So I say again, I wrote this because I was so scared, and I said it. I am terrified to go into the real world, is what I said. Terrified. Not I'm scared, I'm terrified. And I put twice, I'm afraid to leave my friends behind in high school, period. Next sentence, I feel like I'm leaving my friends behind, period. Next sentence, I was scared. I was so scared. And my senior year was crazy. I had this psycho mom thinking that her daughter's boyfriend was going to leave her for me, so she had to be the one to take it upon herself to tell me, hey, step away from that boy. When in reality, I was out here tap dancing my way and jazz squaring into the hearts of everyone. I didn't give a shit. But she bullied me, and that was intense. And yet somehow it was okay. And something that's beautiful about this is my best friend, my sister, Josie. Her name is listed first because she's like my everything. She is like my soulmate, but my best friend soulmate, And right after I wrote this, we had a falling out for 2 years. And it was because of 2 people listed. Actually, yeah, 2 people listed that I listed. And it wasn't until her mom passed away, and I had just graduated community college, and I was like, I need you in my life. And she was like, I need you in my life. And we have been inseparable ever since. And that's just something that's beautiful. But I'm just gonna, round it back to how I think I wrote this for my 13-year-old self, because if you don't know me and you're new here, my dad passed away from cancer 6 days after my 13th birthday, and I was in 8th grade. And right when that happened, I shut down emotionally. I stopped feeling excitement, and I stopped missing people. I just couldn't feel that emotion. I'll say oh, I miss you, but I don't miss people. I don't miss people. I think I miss the moments I spend with people. Hi. Go. I'm good, thank you. I'm good today. And if you guys are listening to this podcast, I am still on TikTok Live, so I will be stopping every now and again to interact with people and thank people for following, thank people for giving me likes. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. But yeah, like I was saying, I I lost my father, and then a few months later, my family, from my perspective, ripped me away from my friends. Happy birthday. They ripped me away from my friends and sent me to a completely different school district. And that's how I started high school. Lost my dad to cancer, had no friends. I went into it doing a sport that I wasn't passionate about. My passion sport was basketball, and my dad and I played that together. And the day I found out my dad died, I had practice the next day for basketball, and I went to school the next day. You know, my team's like, "How was your day? How was your day yesterday?" As children do. And I was like, "My dad died." And I couldn't make a single shot. I remember it so vividly. I couldn't make a single shot. So when I went into high school, you know, there was a lot of repressed trauma that thank you for the rose. There's a lot of repressed trauma I wasn't dealing with. I would write books in my literature classes, and my teacher was like, "You should go to therapy." Which, by the way, you guys, let me let you know this. My mom, she had me go to the counselor in 8th grade because the dead father from cancer all of a sudden, you know, sucks after your birthday. And my counselor put me in her book club where the books we would read just so happened to be therapy. Now, if you know me, you can't see, but I have over 180 books in my room currently. Currently sitting on my desk, like I said, I have Antigone, which is a Greek text, and I have Stephen King's It. I can look to my side. I see Chaos Walking Water for Elephants, The Reader, Something Borrowed, Pillow Thoughts, Eat, Pray, Love, The Nightingale, Clockwork Orange, Fahrenheit 451, Call Me By Your Name, Gone Girl, You, Night Window, Stephen King again. I have all of the Divergent series. I can't speak. I have all of the Hunger Games series, have all of the Twilight series. I mean, she's a miracle worker. She's beautiful. And I would go to counseling every week in the form of book club. And thank you, Perks. I don't know what Perks is. I'm sorry. I'm just dumb. So yeah, I look at this, you know, this letter I wrote to myself, and it's so funny because every time something changes, I'm like, I'm scared. And look where I am today. I'm with an agency, you know, I'm just doing the damn thing. I'm just doing what I love. And I think that's really beautiful. And, you know, you will be listening to this on a Monday because that's when this releases. I think I just want to go into this week and stop complaining about things I can't control. I'm so tired of complaining. I'm always complaining. I'm such a negative Nancy. So I just want to go into this week and just live. I just want to exist. I want to hype people up. I want to go to the Dodger game and get the Dodger dog and get my jerseys and see my Mets and see my Dodgers. Like I'm just excited. I'm just overjoyed. And yeah, I think I'm gonna really take this senior column version of myself, and I'm gonna run with it. You know, I have a poster of James Dean right above my bed. He's actually looking at me right now because his eyes are doing the thing where they look at the screen or whatever and they just follow you. It's very creepy. But I'm gonna take it with me. Dream as if you'll live forever, live as if you'll die today. I used to say that to myself all the time. Got me into some shady shit, can't lie. Like, you know, following band boys around. That's a topic for a different day though, guys. That is a topic for a different day. Me following boys around who were in bands, thinking I was their one and only. Stupid 18-year-old me. But I'm really gonna have to start living as if I'm going to die today. 'Cause like, shit. I mean, I really wasn't gonna talk about it, but the shooting that just happened to the children in Uvalde, I just like, I've spent days racking my brain about that. I've spent so many days sitting there thinking about that and thinking about, as a country, what we could really do to change it. Not blaming anybody, not blaming anything. What can we do to change it? Because we're saying a lot of shit and we're not doing a lot about it. And babies are dying. Like, that shit happens all day. And it's a cruel reminder that, like, our time is so limited. We're still in a pandemic. Like, I just want to go into this week, and I don't want to down myself, with all the thoughts of the death and everything that's gone on. I just want to think about the positives and think about how healthy my family's been through a pandemic, how I still have everybody, how I still have all my friends, how they've been healthy. I just want to go into this week knowing that I'm going to be better next week, and I'm going to make it better for the next week after that week, and I'm going to keep being better. And so that's what I'm really excited for. But yeah, this was a very good catch-up session. I just want to thank everyone for joining me. I just want to thank everyone for listening to my first ever dropped official podcast, because if you know me, my screen turned off. If you know me, I've had quite a few podcast ideas. Like Night Thoughts was supposed to be with my best friend, and it didn't work out. And this is going to be something that is going to be an outlet for me every week. It's going to be very real. It can get very deep, or it can be like, hey, would you eat a pickle covered in ketchup? Like, I don't know what this is going to be. I don't want to box myself in, because I feel like that's all I've been doing. It's all I've been doing. And so, very, very excited to share who I am and share my life in the most authentic way I know possible. So thank you guys so much for listening. Let's hear these clicks, because we're not hiding anything here. And yes, thank you guys so much. I'm sending everyone heaps of love. Live, laugh, love. Just kidding. Yeah, I think that's hello. I think that's all I can say for today, guys. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you guys have an incredible and beautiful week. See you next Monday.